जब आपने अपना रिजल्ट देखा AIR 61, can you tell me what exactly you feel?
So once I do see my name and I see 61 in front of it on the very second page, I cried. I just cried.
It's very difficult to explain. Very emotional.
Exactly. The emotions are at an all-time high. I cried. I called my dad. I'm still crying.
Now, can you tell me, आपको ऐसा लगा कि prelims बड़ा unpredictable है और आपकी prelims की strategy क्या थी?
So prelims was the scariest stage for me as well because what I had heard always कि यार मतलब the smartest people, there's so much luck factor involved that even with one number here or there it's gone, right? तो वो डर तो था ही हमेशा से prelims का, and especially because for me this format was also new.
So as we have observed from the last 5-6 years, the pattern of the essay is also changing. How do you prepare for it? And in exam, were you having the framework already prepared?
I did not have a lot of time during my mains preparation. Like
आपको लगता नहीं है बहुत अच्छा था आपके लिए? That's why you aced it in the first attempt.
Because जब आपके पास बहुत time होता है, then you have too much to think about. कि मैं ये भी कर लूँ, वो भी कर लूँ. तो I didn't have that luxury. I had to be very specific with the things that I studied, and those had to be the right things.
Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Hello and welcome to Pathfinder by Unacademy, where we bring you inspiring stories and insightful conversations across country. I'm your host Vineet Thaplu. Today is a very special episode featuring someone who has secured very incredible rank by qualifying one of the toughest exam of the country, the UPSC Civil Service Examination. Today's guest is Astha. She has secured All India rank 61 in her first attempt and is set to join the esteemed civil services. In this podcast, we'll try to dive deep the journey which she has came across, her strategies, learnings, and challenges which help her to achieve this incredible success. Astha, I welcome you on behalf of Unacademy.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm really glad to be here.
So, a lot of questions are there, and we have got a lot of questions from the students, aspirants, and a lot of queries. They have a lot of such questions which we're going to ask you today. Astha, सबसे पहला एक क्वेश्चन ये था, जब आपने अपना रिजल्ट देखा AIR 61, can you tell me what exactly you feel?
So obviously जब तक रिजल्ट आना होता है, the run up to the result is more anxiety inducing than opening that final PDF, I would say. So once I was opening the result, I was on a video call with my friend, and then my mother was on my side. I opened the result, and the first name I see is of my very best friend. She's AIR 53, Shivani Panchal. So I see her name, and then I'm like elated, obviously, but the pressure has also increased because मेरा पता नहीं कहाँ है नाम. So once I do see my name, and I see 61 in front of it on the very second page, I cried. I just cried.
It's very difficult to explain. Very emotional.
Exactly. The emotions are at an all-time high. I cried. I called my dad. I'm still crying. For the first 10 minutes, I'm crying. And then the feeling sinks in. And then it's just pure joy and answering calls. Yeah.
So when you were checking your result, you said you were on the video call with your friends. So your mom was along with you?
Yeah.
So what was her emotions at that time?
I mean, she was just trying to balance me out a little bit because I was so anxious and so stressed. I mean, what's going to happen? And then I'm crying and she's hugging me and she's smiling through it. She's not crying right now because she wants to be strong for the both of us. But yeah, she was extremely happy. My dad was extremely happy. And then I think they have been more busy since then, more than I have. So yeah, just pure joy.
Okay, great. So like I was going through, your background is economics from SRCC.
Yeah.
So can you tell me when this process of UPSC preparation started? आपने कब start किया? कब सोचा इसके बारे में? कोई family background है UPSC का? And college में start किया और college के बाद किया?
Right. So, because I am from Eastern UP, my roots are from Jaunpur, Uttar Pradesh. तो एक कहीं ना कहीं वहाँ पे चाह रहती है कि बच्चे सिविल सर्विसेज में जाएं, डीएम बने, कलेक्टर बने. तो ऐसे ही सिमिलर एस्पिरेशंस मेरे दादाजी के थे. तो बचपन से वो मुझे कहते थे कि ये कलेक्टर बनेगी, शी इज गॉट इट इन हर, आई वांट टू सी हर एज दैट. सो समवेयर इट वाज देयर एट द बैक ऑफ माय माइंड, बट ऑब्वियसली एज आई ग्रू अप मैं चेंज होते गए एम्स. कभी कुछ बनने का मन है, कभी कुछ बनने का मन है. बट इवेंचुअली बाय द टाइम आई पास्ड आउट फ्रॉम 12th स्टैंडर्ड, And before joining college, I had made up my mind that this is what I want to do. I want to get into the civil services. So based on that, I was from commerce background. I thought that I should take economics as my degree subject, because eventually 3 years later I wanted to take economics optional.
Okay.
Right, it coincided with my background, seemed like a good subject to have a degree on.
True.
From an alternative career perspective as well. तो मैंने ऐसा सोचा, although preparation मैंने कुछ करी नहीं 3 साल, because 2 years were COVID.
Okay.
COVID के time पे तो you're just trying to live through it.
True.
And preparation तब नहीं हुई. 3rd year जब college का, जब when we actually went to college, we wanted to have fun. We wanted to live our college life to best, and I was one of them. तो फिर मैंने अपनी college life enjoy करी, and when I graduated in June of 2023, that's when I sat down and I looked at the syllabus of UPSC. I was like, okay, now high time that I start preparing. So I started my preparation after my college.
So you have broken that myth of ki COVID batch.
Absolutely.
Okay. So any resources which you follow, like you said you went through the syllabus.
Yeah.
You analyzed the syllabus. After that, any particular resources?
I mean, because I did not take a foundational course in a coaching institute, I prepared from home. I didn't come to Delhi also. तो initially ऐसे resource की थोड़ी कमी थी, मतलब समझ नहीं आता था कहाँ से पढ़ूं. तो a lot of my time went into analyzing what will be my resources. So anytime I started a subject, say it will be polity, say it will be geography. So I would first spend 2-3 days just scouting for these resources कि कहाँ से पढ़ना है. अगर कोई book से पढ़ना है तो NCERT, say for geography, right? So do I read the NCERT from 6 to 12? Do I study 9 to 12, or do I just study 11th and 12th? Sitting and analyzing that. Then do I go through any YouTube videos, any free lectures available, because I had not taken a paid course. तो ये सब करने में काफी मतलब time लगता था. I used to also seek a lot of help from my seniors who are in preparation. तो ऐसे कर करके मैंने बहुत डिजिटल रिसोर्सेज का बहुत यूज किया to get mentorship, to take some sort of guidance. So yeah, that was my source. Many places.
Okay.
अनअकैडमी अब सिर्फ ऑनलाइन नहीं, ऑफलाइन में भी अवेलेबल है. ऑफलाइन सेंटर हमारे दिल्ली के करोल बाग के ओल्ड राजेंद्र नगर एरिया में, जहां पे आपको मिलता है यूपीएससी सीएससी का इंग्लिश मीडियम बैचेस. इसके साथ साथ हम दिल्ली के ही मुखर्जी नगर एरिया में भी मौजूद हैं, जहां पे आपको हिंदी माध्यम के बैचेस अवेलेबल हैं. और अब हम उत्तर प्रदेश के प्रयागराज में सिविल लाइंस एरिया में भी मौजूद हैं, जहां पे यूपीएससी साथ साथ में यूपीपीएससी के हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों माध्यम के बैचेस अवेलेबल हैं. और हमारा नया सेंटर ओपन हुआ है बिहार के पटना में, जहां पे यूपीएससी और बीपीएससी की दोनों की तैयारी एक साथ कराई जाती है. तो अनअकैडमी में आपको मिलता है इंडिया की बेस्ट फैकल्टीज के साथ पढ़ने का मौका. साथ में आपको मिलता है डेडिकेटेड सीसैट एंड एस्से राइटिंग क्लासेस, 360 डिग्री करंट अफेयर्स कवरेज विद मंथली मैगजीन, 40+ सेक्शनल एंड फुल लेंथ टेस्ट ऑफ बोथ प्रीलिम्स एज वेल एज मेंस. इसके साथ साथ रेगुलर इंटरेक्शन विद एडुकेटर्स, और मिलता है 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप विद इंटरव्यू अपीयर्ड स्टूडेंट्स. सो देर मत करें, जल्दी ज्वाइन करें. अनअकैडमी IS, India's best learning platform. Thank you.
So can you tell me, like NCERT?
Yeah.
Because most of the toppers or most of the selected candidates, they focus very much on the NCERT. Can you tell me how much NCERT plays a role? Is it specific to prelims, or it also helps in cracking the mains examination also? And if we have to read the NCERT, let's talk about geography or let's talk about history. From which class we should start? Because generally it is 6 to 12 padna start kar do. Some people say 11, 12th is fine. I believe that depends upon your background also. So can you throw some insight on this?
Right. So we cannot underestimate the importance of NCERTs, but it's not important for every subject. This is something that we need to understand. कि मेरा agenda throughout my preparation was minimizing my resources as much as I can, hitting the right point. कि this resource will give me the maximum benefit. So this is where I'll invest my time.
I will just stop you in between, apologize. Just a message to all those people who are watching it: minimizing the resources, value addition, and limiting the resources.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for NCERTs, for example, say geography, right? I was not from that background, and I had frankly never enjoyed studying any social science subjects or science subjects in my school life, right? So for me, it's very new. Geography was a pain point, in fact, because I started reading the 11th NCERT.
Oh.
And boy, it is not easy to understand, right? So I spent some time, I was like, no, it's not helping. Then I thought that maybe if I build some base through 9th and 10th, थोड़ा सा अगर कुछ मैं कर पाऊँ बिल्ड, तो मैंने थोड़ा उनको पढ़ने की कोशिश की. आई टुक हेल्प ऑफ ऑनलाइन रिसोर्सेज विच इज बिकॉज ऑफ विच आई थॉट कि ठीक है, मेरे लिए ईजी हो रहा है धीरे धीरे करना. So for example, like a new novice like me, doing a few extra NCERTs, say 9th and 10th, along with the 11th 12th for geography was important. Similarly, जैसे polity है, polity में 11th 12th NCERT is enough. I don't think you need to go back in time and read 6th to 12th की NCERTs, right? Because 11th 12th pretty explanatory, pretty easy to understand. Lakshmikant on top of it, I think it covers the entire thing, right? So you have to first sit down, like you said, it is based on someone's caliber, right? Based on their own previous knowledge. So if a subject is difficult for you to understand, you spend some extra time, you build more fielding, एक थोड़ा better foundation करो. For that, if it requires you reading 7th 8th 9th 10th 11th 12th, then do that.
Okay.
But you don't purely have to do it out of herd mentality. कि दुनिया बोल रही है कि 6th की 12th पढ़नी जरूरी है, even though you're someone smart enough who can just ace it in 11th 12th, right?
True. That depends.
Exactly.
That all depends upon the background. If anyone is
Exactly.
from the science background, I don't think specifically the part of
Wahi.
6th, 7th, where you have some minerals, resources, that is important.
Exactly.
They can directly jump to the 11th, 12th.
And also, additionally, is like how much is it relevant for your subject? For your syllabus of UPSC is also necessary, right? Everything that is covered in an NCERT from 6 to 12 might not be fruitful for you, right? So you need to first look at the syllabus, like we were talking earlier about the importance of syllabus, right? You need to understand what the syllabus entails, only read that much and leave the rest be. Because time is limited. Maximize the output in minimum time. That is what your agenda has to be.
Okay. Like if you talk about these days, there is so much resources or flooding of resources. You take a digital part, or you talk about the Telegram channels, Instagram, YouTube. Can you just throw some light on that? Because I have observed generally students enroll in every YouTube channel, every Telegram channel without knowing whether the resource which is there is important for their examination or not.
Right. So this is what I call as the ultimate barrier to a fruitful preparation, which is FOMO of resources.
True.
Just fear of missing out any source that come in front of you, right? You're not checking the credibility of that resource, first of all, and you're not checking ki, is it worth your time? Is it important at all to go through this? Because I'm pretty sure when you do preparation, you do read 1 or 2 sources, right?
Obviously.
Those should be your core sources, and those should be your only sources that you revise multiple times. If you're I understand, even I am someone who's followed a lot of different channels and followed a lot of Telegram channels. But the thing is, I had it in my mind कि if I have this FOMO of content, कि ये नहीं पढ़ा तो नहीं निकलेगा, ये नहीं पढ़ा तो यही एग्जाम में आ जाएगा apparently. So that I had to take out, and that I took out of me at the very onset of my preparation. I was like, if I have decided, मैंने 4 दिन spend किए हैं in deciding my sources, then I will stick to it. I have to believe in my sources. So that's why, I mean, it's okay once or twice, maybe you feel like something is extremely important, something that is completely left untouched, but seems to have a good importance for your syllabus. Just look at that much. Otherwise, I'll tell you, 99% of the matter in any 2 sources of any 2 coaching institutes is going to be the same.
Common. It will be common.
But you will emphasize on that 1% that's different, and you will feel like I'm missing out.
True.
Right? So just take out that FOMO. Be confident in your sources, because this is a long preparation. There's a lot of subjects. There's a lot that needs to be covered. You can't cover 6-8 sources for every subject.
Obviously not.
Then you will never finish preparation, and then you will think that this is undoable. Then this cycle requires 3, 4, 5 years of your life. But if you strategize, do smart work, it can be a short journey.
Obviously, as it is said that this exam is more about smart work rather than the hard work. And this FOMO of missing out things, when students pile up so much resources from different sources, they get confused themselves what to study, what not to study. And one more question is there. Most of us know, like, you have aced this exam in your first attempt, and with a very incredible rank of 60, AIR 61. So can you just throw some light on this? Like, were you sure in your first attempt, okay, हाँ इतना रैंक मेरा आ जाएगा? और क्या फीलिंग्स क्या थी when you start preparing कि मुझे बस सिलेक्शन चाहिए कि I want a rank to be in top 100, top 10, top 50.
Yeah. So definitely, if you ask me, and if you asked me like 2 years back when I started preparing that I will have this rank today in my first attempt, I would say, "Are you kidding me?" Right? I would not believe you, because the thing was, I'll say the expectations with this exam evolve over time, right? When I sat to give my first attempt, I was like, "बस prelims clear हो जाए भगवान." I don't want कि मैं फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में प्रीलिम्स भी नहीं क्लियर कर पाए, प्रीलिम्स ही अटक गया. I was like, बस मेंस देने का मौका मिल जाए. That's what I used to tell my friends. I was like कि बस मेंस देने का मौका मिल जाए फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में, I'll surely clear it the next time. So then
बस सिलेक्शन मिल जाए,
Yes,
फिर आगे
बस.
देखेंगे.
फिर once your prelims get sorted, then you're giving mains, and then you're like, बस mains clear हो जाए, interview देने का मौका मिल जाए बस. And then that was my expectation. And when eventually the interview stage came, at that point you're like, God, I need my name in that holy PDF.
Oh.
Because otherwise you're like, I don't know how I will cope with it, what will happen of my life. I've put an entire year writing this
True, true.
examination. I don't want to go through all of it again. तो वो सारी आती हैं. तो
Very
last,
long journey, like.
definitely. And it's like, it takes up an entire year. It doesn't feel like it's taking so much time, क्योंकि आप लिखना शुरू करते हो and you get rewards कि prelims हो गया, mains हो गया, interview दे रहे हैं. तो but once, if it doesn't work out, I'm sure it must feel like कि यार, so much of my time, my prime time is going into this,
True,
right?
true, true.
So right before the result, my expectation was just, I need my name there. I cannot not be in that list. But again, obviously, getting that rank was something I had not imagined. And I'm just ever so grateful every day.
The first attempt.
Actually, it
So, एक क्वेश्चन और है कि optional subject. What was your optional subject? Though initially you told you that you have already planned for economics.
yeah.
And what were the factors behind choosing economics as an optional? Someone guided you? You were inspired by someone who has qualified with economic as an optional? Or you want to continue with what was your background in the class 12th and you continued with the graduation?
Right. So, optional, like I said, I wanted to take economics because मुझे लगा 3 साल degree की है, then it makes sense to take this optional, right? But doing that graduation, and I understood that this subject is extremely difficult, right? I mean, it is technical. It requires time and effort. And college में, frankly, I'll be honest, I did not study that much. That, I would be very confident in my basics. I scored well, but like how everyone does in college, right? You study 1 week before the exam.
True.
You just want to pass. You want to just spit everything out, whatever you've studied, right?
Just want
That's-
to fill up the sheets there.
Yes, exactly. And it's actually like that. You fill up the sheets. But for this, I could not do that. If I wanted to do economics optional, I had to be clear with my basics. I need to be good at the subject, right?
True.
So I was not very confident when I left college that this is the subject I want. So I talked to my seniors in different optionals. So I was very much inclined towards sociology. I thought that would be an easier pick, maybe a bit less intense, is what I thought,
True,
is what
true.
I'd heard. But then, I don't know, I spoke to a few more people. As I introspected also, I was like, कि कर सकते हैं. It's not exactly undoable.
True.
As such, कोई topper inspiration थे नहीं. I knew that there were a few toppers from past few years. But again, economics was not that famous
Yeah.
and optional, right? But I just thought कि ठीक है. I am someone who believes immensely in myself. I believe in myself.
That is what is required in this exam.
I do have my days when I'm down, when I'm underconfident, but for the most part, I do trust my judgment. So I felt like it's okay if it requires a little extra effort, I'll put that effort. तो बेसिक मेरा मोटिवेशन था कि ग्रेजुएशन थी, इसमें डिसाइड किया था पहले, didn't want to back down from that decision, and then eventually I found good resources for this optional, which made it doable, which made that entire thing easy and streamlined. कि मुझे इधर उधर भागना नहीं पड़ रहा है resources के लिए, which is a prime problem in economics.
True.
तो all of that was sorted, and then I thought if hard work is what's needed, then I'll do it.
एंड जैसे ये है कि ऑप्शनल सिलेक्ट करने के लिए, जैसे आपने इकोनॉमिक्स की बात की, डिड यू वेंट थ्रू द सिलेबस एंड PYQs, देन ट्राई टू एनालाइज हाउ मच यू नो फ्रॉम इट एंड हाउ मच यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन इट?
Definitely. I mean, I did look at the syllabus, and I did look at the questions, the
Okay.
PYQs you said, obviously I didn't put that much emphasis कि आता है या नहीं आता, because I was like कि नहीं भी आता, but I have somewhere, you know, like read this concept.
पता है, थोड़ा
There is
बहुत
some
इसके बारे में
overlap
पता है.
कि मतलब अगर वही basic sources पढ़ लेंगे तो these questions are doable, right? So I did that because I didn't want कि कुछ इतना ही difficult, जैसे we used to have this subject MME, Mathematical Methods for Economics, in our college. That was a very difficult subject, and I mean I was like, if that's featured heavily, then I might even reconsider this, right?
But it's not that all questions will be from that
Yeah,
particular section.
exactly. So that's there, and वही है कि 100% तो आपको, you don't need to know everything, right?
True.
You need to know enough that you get a great score, a good score, and there's always like options to pick up from, like 8 में से 5 questions करने, तो
Obviously,
that is always there. So just strategize, just think a little bit, be smart in picking your optional, and don't go by herd mentality even in this. कि इस ऑप्शनल से मार्क्स आ रहे हैं तो मैं ये ऑप्शन ले जाता हूँ. आई थिंक दिस ईयर ऑल दोज मिथ्स हैव बीन ब्रोकन.
True.
All marks have been somewhat in the same line, and it's been, you know, rationalized enough. So
I found, like, I was talking to some of the selected candidates, 270, 260,
Exactly.
280.
That's
This was the average score.
that's
what
the
they have
average,
gotten.
right? So every year there will be high scorers, there will be low scorers, there will be most average scorers in each optional.
But problem is this: student don't understand. वो 100 में से एक होगा who will
हाँ,
cross this 310,
exactly.
305. Average तो 270, 280, 260 ही रहेगा.
Why? Even I mean, whenever you do एक optional, you are expecting 300 कि 300 पार हो जाएंगे, and all of my, you know, shortcomings in GS will be taken away from it. But that's not the reality. मतलब सबके लिए नहीं होता 300 plus. Even I scored a 264 in my optional, and I was damn good at it. So it is, let's be realistic when we are picking our optional. Let's not have unrealistic expectations
True.
कि मैं वही सब्जेक्ट लूंगा जिसमें 300 पार होते हैं, वरना मैं नहीं लूंगा. No matter how much I find that subject interesting, no matter how much there's overlap with my background. So please consider these factors and don't go by herd mentality.
And obviously, starting something new, you
Yeah.
have to give their 100%.
Exactly.
और अपने 3 साल ग्रेजुएशन में पढ़ा है, 12th में भी वो पढ़ा हुआ है, तो एटलीस्ट 40% तो आपको आता होगा. It means on that 60% only you have to work hard.
And कुछ नहीं तो कॉन्फिडेंस तो रहेगा.
True.
That comes from, you know, knowing some basic level. मतलब कुछ तो आता है rather than knowing nothing.
True.
And let's be honest, the syllabus are vast. मतलब graduation के equivalent होता है UPSC का syllabus for any subject, right? So whatever you studied in 3 years, you're expected to study in 3 to 4 months when you're preparing optional. So just keep all these things in mind, and just don't be biased against any optional.
तो जो भी हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं उनके लिए एक just a very good feedback which has been given. Don't follow what your friend, what the topper has taken. See where your interest lies and what you have studied in your graduation. If you're graduated in sociology, history, political science, geography, physics, try to first see the syllabus, PYQs, how much you know from that, and how much you need to further work on that. Then accordingly choose the optionals. Don't go with the race where everyone is moving towards one particular subject. So thank you giving for such an insight regarding the optionals. Now, let's come to the prelims. Back to the stage 1. Huh?
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me, आपको ऐसा लगा कि prelims बड़ा unpredictable है? और आपकी prelims की strategy क्या थी? And how many mock tests you have given for the prelims?
So prelims was the scariest stage for me as well, because what I had heard always कि यार मतलब the smartest people, you know, there's so much luck factor involved that even with one number here or there, it's gone, right? And there's so much uncertainty, which is true. I completely agree that there's unpredictability in the type of questions, the areas that are covered, and what your mindset will be on that day, right? To us, decide whether you clear it or not. No matter how many months of preparation has gone back, if you panic in that moment, if you do the questions that you know wrong, if you're just stressed and anxious in that moment, everything can go in vain, right? तो वो डर तो था ही हमेशा से prelims का, and especially because for me this format was also new. Competitive exams as such commerce और economics field में होते नहीं है, DU में जाने के लिए लगते नहीं है, तो उसका डर हमेशा से था. But again, like I said, जिस दिन FOMO हटा दिया content का, and you get satisfied with कि मैंने इतना पढ़ा है, इतना enough है, then prelims become a little easier. So I limited my resources very much. मैंने 1 से 2 से ज़्यादा source किसी भी subject के लिए शायद follow नहीं किए होंगे, and those are two sources which don't cover the same thing. मतलब अगर NCERTs पढ़ ली फिर GC लियोंग पढ़ ली बायोम्स के लिए, राइट?
हाँ, ट्रू।
उसमें बस उतना चैप्टर, पूरी GC लियोंग भी
नहीं
नहीं
पढ़ने की
राइट?
जरूरत है,
एग्जैक्टली,
एनसीईआरटी का ही रेप्लिका है।
ओवरलैप,
एक चीज
एग्जैक्टली,
जो डिफरेंट है वो थोड़ा बायोम्स का है, लास्ट फ्यू चैप्टर्स।
या दैट्स डिटेल्ड, दैट्स बेटर कवर्ड, तो वो कर लिया। तो ऐसे ही करके मैंने अपने रिसोर्सेज रखे, एक सोर्स रखा करंट अफेयर्स का, कोई भी एक मैगजीन या कंपाइलेशन व्हाटएवर सूट्स फॉर यू, एंड आई डिड दैट, एंड आई डिड दैट ओवर एंड ओवर अगेन। आई डिड दैट 4 times, आई रिवाइज्ड इट। सेम थिंग फॉर PYQs मैंने इतने बार करे, मैंने 3-4 बार PYQs सारे कर लिए होंगे पिछले 20-25 साल के, बिकॉज इट जस्ट गिव्स यू द कॉन्फिडेंस, गिव्स यू द क्लैरिटी अबाउट हाउ द क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड, हाउ द क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रेम्ड,
Changing trend of questions also.
exactly, and also what are the repetitive favorite areas, and then you also see कि wording किस तरह से की जाती है। तो उस केस में जैसे होता है ना कि if a very extreme statement is asked then it's often false,
True,
right? So all those kinds of insights you develop only by doing PYQs and doing them repeatedly, right? So that's what I did. Limited sources, PYQs, and on top of that, when we come to mock tests, I think mock tests are again very important in this stage. I haven't exactly counted how many I did. I might have done 30-40 mocks, including subject wise, and then there would be few full lengths.
Okay, sectional and full
Yeah,
length.
sectional and full length cumulatively. I would do it. I wouldn't think much. जिस दिन ऐसे लग रहा है कि पढ़ने का ज़्यादा मन हो नहीं रहा, so I just pick up a test and I do the test.
Kind of a brainstorming
Yeah,
exercise,
exactly.
right?
Just to get out of that monotonous routine. So इसलिए I never counted my mocks. But yeah, and as far as I think one more question is there कि mock के scores को कैसे analyze किया जाए, right? तो I think there should not be over emphasis on scores. Definitely, क्योंकि जिस तरह के questions mocks में आते हैं, things in like the main paper can be completely different, right?
Obviously.
It only helps you build that timing आपकी, थोड़ा सा आपको confidence दिलाने के लिए mocks.
एक रिवीजन है, because best way of learning I think is either by writing or solving the question.
Exactly.
क्योंकि आप बार-बार किताब उठाओगे लगे यार मुझे तो सब आता है,
वही,
लक्ष्मीकांत उठाओ बार-बार मुझे तो सब आता है,
वही,
NCERT उठाओ ज्योग्राफी मुझे सब आता है. So when you start solving the questions, it help you to analyze how much you know and how much you don't know.
डेफिनेटली। और मैं एक और चीज बोलूंगी, व्हेन आई से ओवर एम्फेसिस नहीं होना चाहिए, मेरे हिसाब से ये भी चीज नहीं है कि अंडर एस्टिमेट करो उन स्कोर्स को, कि आप स्कोर्स को कुछ समझो ही ना, बिकॉज वी ऑफन से ना कि इट डजंट मैटर। आई मीन इट माइट नॉट मैटर दैट मच, बट इट डज शो यू कि आपके वीक एरियाज कहाँ हैं, कि
True.
कौन से सब्जेक्ट में आप ज्यादा अटक रहे हो, कौन से टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपको, लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स आवर स्कोर्स आर बैड बिकॉज वी हैवंट रेड द क्वेश्चन प्रॉपरली. सो इट्स लाइक you need to analyze your mocks very thoroughly. You need to see कि what kind of questions you have done wrong. Most questions that I used to do wrong कि कहीं पे लिखा है which statements are incorrect और मैं correct mark करके आ
ये
गई.
normally होता है.
तो वो सारी चीजें करने के लिए थोड़ा अपने scores को ज्यादा दिल पे नहीं लेना है, बट फिर भी सीरियसली लेना है कि ठीक है मुझे improve करना है, ठीक, like because it just helps I think.
कभी ऐसा फीलिंग हुआ कि यार किस पंगे में पड़ गई, छोड़ देती हुई है, क्यों मैं MBA कर लूं, मास्टर्स कर लूं आगे,
Right.
कभी कुछ ऐसा फील हुआ?
I think वो तो पहले दिन ही हो गया था, the day I saw the syllabus. Like I said, no, I saw the syllabus after completing my graduation. And मैंने अपनी पूरी graduation निकाली इस तरह से कि मुझे तो UPSC करना है. So I didn't really do a lot of things that people do in SRCC. They sit for internships, they sit for placements, they do a lot of value addition here and there. So I didn't do any of that because I was clear मुझे UPSC करना है. But जब मैंने syllabus देखा, and I was like, what did I get myself into? I was genuinely thinking, should I have just taken a placement? Why do I hate myself? All these thoughts were coming to me, but again, that spur in the moment वो आती है thought because इतना ज़्यादा sea of syllabus है कि उसको देख के intimidate हो जाते हैं. But over time I realized कि ठीक है syllabus ज़्यादा है तो time भी तो है. I do get 1 year to prepare for all of this, right? So if you put things into perspective, it is doable. But again, ऐसे thoughts time and again आते थे. पहले 6 महीने तो बहुत ज़्यादा आते थे. लगता था कि what if I fail? What if I fail? What will I do with my life? I cannot fail. I will be unemployed if I don't get it. So all these thoughts were there from time to time. But जब 6-8 महीने closer to prelims, एक epiphany, this realization came कि I am so much of a smarter person than I was 1 year ago. I can talk about anything under the sun with anyone with great confidence because I know stuff now.
Yes.
And no matter if this works out or not, any profession I take, even if I try to drop this
Yes,
exam is going to be somewhere I excel. I will
Obviously, you
excel.
will be like viewed with a very different perspective
Exactly.
because most of the people in corporates, they don't know what is polity,
Exactly.
like what is happening. Let's say if you talk about these days, this war was going on,
Yeah.
kind of a war. If you
Yeah.
talk about lot of people ki attack kar do Pakistan pe, khatam kar do. So when you study all these things, you get well informed. So you take a well informed decision, you take a well informed debate.
Yeah.
So rather than जैसे मेट्रो में travel करो तो लोग लड़ेंगे, this political party, that political party, you become very well informed. You don't go into those social media based institutions.
Definitely. So I think that confidence came. So then I was like, okay.
Okay, I will come back to this again. But
Yeah.
before that, a question. As last around 15 days are left for the prelims, आपका revision, practice plan क्या था? और क्या अलग आपने ऐसा किया जो आपके लिए गेम चेंजर बन गया? कोई ऐसा plan which you want to share with the aspirants?
I mean, in the last 15 days, I think the most important thing is being confident, being calm, and like I said, not looking at anything new. Just don't look at anything new, because whatever you study now, most likely, even if it comes in the exam, you might not be able to answer it because
True.
you haven't revised it. You just have a fleeting look at it. But अगर वही चीज जो तुमने 4 बार पहले पढ़ी हुई है उसको एक और बार देख लोगे, तो the guarantee or the probability of you hitting that question right in the examination manifold increases. So just revising in these last few days, not even doing mock test, if you want you can leave it now, just do PYQs again. एक बार देख लो, confident लगेगा कि यार ये PYQ आता है मुझे, I can do this, right? Thirdly, being around people who make you feel confident, you love, your friends, your family.
Motivate you always,
Exactly.
right?
And try to take a break from time to time. Take a break from the monotony of this preparation. You have studied for far too long, last 15 days, and don't get complacent, but keep your mental balance.
True.
Don't get overwhelmed with stress and anxiety in these 15 days, because then that will also reflect on the exam day.
Again, I will come back to the same thing. You said fear of losing something.
Yeah.
अरे ये नहीं पढ़ा मैंने.
Exactly.
And I do believe this time most of the aspirants should stop even talking to those people or those fellow aspirants. अरे ये नहीं पढ़ा, ये नहीं आता तुझे.
Exactly.
बहुत
Oh.
होता है ये बच्चों के साथ.
So important, because I think that was one thing that worked in my favor. I wasn't living in Delhi. I was preparing from home, so I did not have any of such people around me, right? कि जिनसे मैं ये discuss करूँ कि क्या हो गया preparation, क्या छूटा, ये पढ़ा, वो पढ़ा. I think this is more popular around ORN and
ORN, it is there, it is there. अरे ये question नहीं आता
I
तुमने, ये
remember
नहीं पढ़ा
this,
तुमने.
first time I came to Karol Bagh, I was just walking by and bus stop pe I'm just hearing someone talk about polity and Lakshmikant. I'm like at the road, like the sheer coincidence that people are just speaking about this all the time. That's what revolves. So if you can, please avoid being in those circles. Try to be by yourself. Try to be around people maybe who are not from this background also
True,
right
true.
now, and just do things you like. Be mentally balanced. Be happy. Eat good food. Don't get sick. So yeah,
Watch good movies.
watch good movies. Take a refresher if you want to, use Instagram for a little bit. Talk to your friends in other corners of the world. I used to do it. Matlab, I did not completely give up social media at all. I use it in a very balanced manner. Kyunki chahiye. You need something outside of this, right? Some
Break is required.
break is
But
required.
yes, they should understand rather than living in the real world, they should
Yeah,
live in the real world.
yeah. Only take up that. It should take only that much time कि जिससे आप थोड़ा refresh हो जाते हो. I also used to watch like Netflix and stuff a little bit in between. कि खाना खा रहे हैं तो देख लिया ऐसे. मतलब just be relaxed. Try to be happy and revise करते रहें. I think that's all I did. I did not do anything else.
अनअकैडमी अब सिर्फ ऑनलाइन नहीं ऑफलाइन में भी अवेलेबल है। ऑफलाइन सेंटर हमारे दिल्ली के करोल बाग के ओल्ड राजेंद्र नगर एरिया में, जहां पे आपको मिलता है यूपीएससी सीएससी का इंग्लिश मीडियम बैचेस। इसके साथ साथ हम दिल्ली के ही मुखर्जी नगर एरिया में भी मौजूद हैं, जहां पे आपको हिंदी माध्यम के बैचेस अवेलेबल हैं। और अब हम उत्तर प्रदेश के प्रयागराज में सिविल लाइंस एरिया में भी मौजूद हैं, जहां पे यूपीएससी साथ साथ में यूपीपीएससी के हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों माध्यम के बैचेस अवेलेबल हैं। और हमारा नया सेंटर ओपन हुआ है बिहार के पटना में, जहां पे यूपीएससी और बीपीएससी की दोनों की तैयारी एक साथ कराई जाती है। तो अनअकैडमी में आपको मिलता है इंडिया की बेस्ट फैकल्टीज के साथ पढ़ने का मौका। साथ में आपको मिलता है डेडिकेटेड सीसैट एंड एस्से राइटिंग क्लासेस, 360 डिग्री करंट अफेयर्स कवरेज विद मंथली मैगजीन, 40+ सेक्शनल एंड फुल लेंथ टेस्ट, ऑफ बोथ प्रीलिम्स एज वेल एज मेंस। इसके साथ साथ रेगुलर इंटरेक्शन विद एडुकेटर्स और मिलता है 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप विद इंटरव्यू अपीयर्ड स्टूडेंट्स। सो देर मत करें, जल्दी ज्वाइन करें अनअकैडमी IS, इंडियाज बेस्ट लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म। थैंक यू।
ओके, सो CSAT
Oh.
सबके लिए एक बड़ा परेशान सा करने वाला टॉपिक, especially from the last 3 years.
Yeah.
How do you strategize your CSAT? How much seriously you took it? And did you prepare it from the beginning, or you prepare CSAT at the end before like 2-3 months of the prelims?
So I did not prepare it from the start because starting I was over occupied with my optional, with my GS syllabus. But I think a few months before, like 3-4 months before the prelims, I started looking at it. So I took a few classes here and there, and then I used YouTube videos to get a good grasp of the syllabus कि किस तरह के questions आते हैं। सबको एक बार उनका जो वे ऑफ सॉल्विंग होता है, राइट, परम्यूटेशन एंड कॉम्बिनेशन को कैसे करना है, टाइम डिस्टेंस के क्वेश्चंस को कैसे करना है। आई मेड माय नोट्स, आई सॉल्व्ड ऑल PYQs related to them, and I did a few worksheets here and there, but mostly it was PYQ based. I would sit and solve entire past year question paper in a time bound manner to see how much I can score, right? So for example 2023 वाला जो पेपर था बहुत difficult था,
yes.
तो I sat and at the starting of my preparation I sat and I tried solving it, तो वो मैंने पास कर लिया coincidentally. तो मुझे थोड़ा confidence आया, ठीक है, तो so I delayed my preparation a little for that, but yeah, I gave it enough time. I did not give it much more time than it required, क्योंकि पास होना है, clearly disproportionately higher time should go to GS. But if you feel like you are not great at maths, or if it does not come naturally to you, it's not interesting to you, struggle करते हैं थोड़ा, तो टाइम दें। 3-4 महीने पहले से शुरू कर देना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से, ये नहीं कि लास्ट डे पे बस 2 हफ्ते पहले भी।
CSAT में मेनली अगर हम बात करें न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटी की, स्पेसिफिक टू द मैथ सेक्शन, सिलेबस इज सो ह्यूज, exactly nobody knows कहाँ से क्या आएगा,
right?
So obviously yes, few past year paper analysis can help students to grasp at least the idea कि कौन-कौन से topics करने चाहिए. Can you just throw some insight to those people who have to appear in the prelims in next 15 days, in between, especially to those who are a little bit weak in maths, कौन-कौन से topics पे उनको ज़्यादा focus करना चाहिए?
कौन से टॉपिक?
I know कि ये complete नहीं है कि यही करना है, but
Right.
at least as per your experience.
Right. So again, it's been a while since I've done CSAT, so I don't remember exactly whatever comes. But time distance के जो questions होते हैं, they are easy to solve, easy to crack, और आते हैं in ample amount. Then
Permutation combination.
permutations combinations भी आते हैं, but मुझसे personally होते नहीं थे वो questions because the tougher questions that are there, they are very time consuming and very difficult to hit. तो if you can, एक basic level of permutation combination के question आपको करने चाहिए, आना चाहिए how to solve it. But in the exam, if something very novel and difficult comes, just leave it, I would say. And then जो comprehension के तो होते हैं, that तो I think you should try to do all of them. Others I don't remember what else comes.
So no issues.
Yeah.
So let's come to the mains.
Yeah.
अच्छा, मेन से पहले हम बात ये करते हैं कि जैसे आपने कहा कि ये स्टार्ट में फील हुआ था सिलेबस देख के, अरे ये कहाँ आ गए? Anyone in the family, like your father or mother, you spoke to them कि I want to like do something else apart from this, because it was purely your decision.
Yeah.
और कभी कभी हमें लगता है कि यार अब 1 साल स्टार्ट कर दिया है, पेरेंट्स क्या कहेंगे, कुछ ऐसा आपको लाइक फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स साइड?
No, actually the thing was कि ये जो सारी internal agony थी कि इतना बड़ा syllabus है कि कैसे करूँगी, क्या कहाँ पड़ गई, all of this was very internal and it was very personal. मैंने खुद ही ये सब सोचा, खुद ही सफर किया और खुद ही मैं उससे उभर गई. I did not, I mean, I had friends around me and they would just say this one thing. All my friends, they're like, if anyone can do it, it's you. They would just say this. They don't know what
You were
to say.
surrounded with the good people.
Yeah, actually, I always say that having a good support system, good, ego boost from time to time is needed.
Yes,
थोड़ा सा
yes.
इस preparation में, वरना इतनी long preparation difficult है, right? So my friends used to say that they have no idea what the syllabus is, but low-key it helped me. And मैंने ज़्यादा पेरेंट्स से कुछ खास डिस्कस इस बारे में किया नहीं. मुझे लगा कि भाई करना तो है ही, अब देखो it was self motivation and self discipline, and I was like, एक बार decision ले लिया है, अब करना ही है, और कुछ क्या ही करती, is what I thought
True.
at that point also.
जैसे बहुत सारी मूवीज भी आई थी मोटिवेशन के लिए, 12th फेल, फुकरा के मेरा प्यार मेरा इंतकाम देखेगी. So like all these movies, do you think they really help?
I would say 12th fail actually helped me.
Great.
I think it was few months into my preparation that movie got released, and I remember I watched that movie and I was just crying in the entire
Goosebumps, like
because it's like I probably don't have it as tough as him. I don't. But the thing is, the sort of curveballs this preparation throws at you, and then you see someone persevering through it, and that's what was the ultimate motivation I got out of that movie. That someone with those circumstances
he
can
can
also
do, why can't I?
Why can't I?
True.
I have pretty much everything that one needs.
True.
Then why can't I? So at that point, I was immensely motivated. I remember studying so much after watching that movie. But yeah, it really pinches you when you watch these things, right? लगता है कि मतलब you get an experience, you see someone living your life, and you are able to relate with them. So it helps. It is motivating, but sometimes it can get depressing. Because when you see them fail, then you feel like, oh, that's a very real possibility
True.
for me as well. that does not help.
And, you know, like when I was watching this movie, I was with one of my friend. Though we both prepared together, he was not even able to qualify in the end. Even those who are aspirants who have qualified or who are unfortunate not able to qualify this, I don't think anyone was there whose eyes were not full of tears.
So true.
It was giving you goosebumps.
Yeah.
The roller coaster ride shown in that movie, ups and downs.
Exactly.
And I think someone who's preparing for this exam, it was a good motivation. Like I repeat it again, अगर वो कर सकता है तो हम क्यों नहीं?
बिल्कुल, definitely. I know people from who have no relation, no idea about UPSC. They were watching these movies and they were overwhelmed with emotions. So yeah, it really, like I said, hits this chord.
True. And मेंस की बात करते हैं. प्रीलिम्स का तो आपने बता दिया इनको कि PYQs are very important. Analysis of syllabus is very important. And in last 15 days, don't read anything new. जो पढ़ा उसी को revise कीजिए and keep yourself calm. Be motivated. Watch some good movies. And between try to surround yourself around with the good people. Mains के लिए the answer writing is a big challenge, which most of the students first day say answer writing कैसे करनी है. So can you tell something about answer writing strategies? And when you start writing, was it from the beginning or after completing the syllabus, or it was while you were finishing a particular topic, then you start writing?
So answer writing for my optional, I used to do from my formative days of preparation only. So when I started preparing my optional, once I would finish a subject, I would write all PYQs related to that particular topic. So that's why I had consolidated this database of answers by the time I was revising later when mains came next year.
And just sorry to interrupt you. Let's say आपने कहा मैंने answers optional के साथ साथ में ही लिखे. उनका evaluation, क्या मैंने सही लिखा?
Yeah.
कैसे improve करना है? Can you just throw some insight on
I
that?
would get them checked by my teacher, and he was very kind to do that. Obviously, not all answers can be evaluated.
That is true.
Right, but you get an idea. I mean, obviously I wasn't writing in a time-bound manner, so I was writing really good, perfect answers. But ठीक है, I over time as you prepare, you understand कि जो मैंने पहले answers लिखे थे वो बहुत अच्छे तो नहीं होंगे, पर you still get that flow. आपको ये आता है कि एक question है about, say, in economics there's thing called Solow model or a Roma model, so you know what components need to be there in that answer. And later, how this helped me, even though that answer might not have been completely 100% right, what did help me was that when I was revising, I had already written each topic in answer format. तो मैं सीधा उन answers को revise कर सकती थी. And when I would revise them as answers, I could replicate them as answers. Smart notes.
Okay.
So that's how I went about answer writing. But GS.
Yes.
Talking about GS, I did not do a lot of answer writing, I'll be very honest. Initially, though, I didn't have time because I focused too much on my optional in the early months. And then after that, thoda bahut GS preparation kiya, by core रिसोर्सेज करने में टाइम निकल जाता है, तो मेंस ओरिएंटेड करने का टाइम नहीं मिलता. देन 6 months ऑफ प्रिपरेशन फॉर प्रीलिम्स दैट वेंट फ्रॉम जैन टू जून. उसके बाद रिजल्ट तक आप वेट करते रह जाते हो. यू आर नॉट एबल टू रियली स्टडी दैट मच. एंड लास्ट के 2-3 महीने में इतना टाइम नहीं था मेरे पास कि मैं बहुत अच्छे से टेस्ट सीरीज करके बहुत अच्छे से आंसर्स लिख पाऊँ.
लेकिन जब आपने मेंस ऑप्शनल का ही इतना लिख लिया तो ऑटोमेटिकली समवॉट इट हैज अ कनेक्ट विद द जीएस आल्सो.
It has a connect in the fact that you can write answers
True.
fast. You know कि structure कैसा होना चाहिए answers का, कि introduction होता है, एक body होती है, उसको points में लिख सकते हैं, flow chart बना सकते हैं. तो there were few things that were intrinsic to me. So like I was very comfortable making flow charts. I used to make my notes like flow chart. तो जब मैं आंसर लिखती थी मैं automatically flow chart बना देती थी. That gave a good presentation to my answers, right? There were few components of answers like crisp introductions and conclusions which I struggled with, right? So I worked on them. तो मैं जब कोई मेंस का सब्जेक्ट पढ़ती थी while preparing for mains in the 3 months, I would go through their PYQs. मैं कुछ PYQs लिख लेती थी उस सब्जेक्ट के, सारे नहीं लिख पाती थी. तो ऐसे मैं डेली थोड़ा लिखती थी. और टेस्ट मैंने एज सच नहीं किए ज्यादा. Tests, I think I gave 1 each for each GS paper.
Okay.
So I know. So that's why I think I would accept that intrinsically thoda answer writing mein I might have had a flair, because of which I didn't have to practice that much. But people, again, it's subjective.
See, I personally believe ki answer writing is something, if you have a content you can write.
Yes.
Then you just have to polish it. कि
Right.
जैसे आपने कहा इंट्रोडक्शन में क्या लिखना है, सब्जेक्ट में क्या लिखना है, एंड हाउ टू कंक्लूड इट.
Definitely.
And answer writing now UPSC doesn't ask direct questions. Maybe there is a question asked in paper 1 which can have direct or indirect reference to the paper 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So if you have a content you can write. What requires in the end is the polishing.
Definitely. So that's what I did. Smart work again here. Like you said, if you have the content, you can write mostly. थोड़ी बहुत practice of course लगती है, but I focused on content. I focused on consolidating एक crisp तरह के notes for each GS paper, जहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ मैंने वो चीजें लिखी हैं जो फॉर्डर है मेरे इसके लिए. Those can be committees, those can be few data points, those can be some quotations or some schemes. I would just consolidate कि GS1 आएगा तो मैं ये diagrams बना सकती हूँ, मैं ये maps बना सकती हूँ, मैं ये चीजें mention कर सकती हूँ. These are the dance forms and everything. And then GS2 है, GS3 है. Accordingly, I would just make like 2-3 pages of notes on it, and I would just revise that before going into the paper.
जैसे अगर हम बात करें स्कीम्स की, साल में तो इतनी सारी स्कीम्स आती हैं.
Yeah.
तो इज इट इम्पोर्टेंट टू रीड ऑल द स्कीम्स? एंड अगर कोई स्कीम पढ़नी भी है, what are the main crisp points which a particular aspirant should go through? Because going through the documents which are published by the government,
Yeah.
you cannot go into the detailed part of the scheme.
Definitely. So I think सारी जो schemes पढ़ना impossible है. I never read them and it's not necessary. What you usually need, especially in mains, is name dropping, like they
True.
say it, right? You just need to drop the name उज्ज्वला योजना.
प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई
हाँ,
योजना.
बस. You should know कि कहाँ पे आएगी. If you are talking about, you know, say, like you said, agriculture, then बस आपको पता है कि agriculture से related कौन सी स्कीम है वो डाल दी. Solar energy तो कुसुम डाल दी, सतर
True,
डाल दिया,
true.
whatever, right?
Because आप पूरी स्कीम को लिख भी नहीं सकते. आपके पास
नहीं.
वर्ड लिमिट 150 है
You don't need that.
और
They don't
200
need
मैक्स
it.
टू मैक्स.
Exactly.
So-
They just need to know कि आपको आता है, आपको पता है, इतनी आपके अंदर interlinkages built हैं,
अवेयरनेस है.
awareness है कि आप उसको बस वहाँ पे mention कर देते हो. So even if you are reading schemes, read very limited. I mean, I would say that there are a lot of resources available on this compilations हैं. सब पूरी नहीं पढ़नी है, but हर topic में से 4-5 आपके पास अगर हो handy,
At
that you
least
can
objective
strike.
of the scheme you should
Exactly. Objective. You must थोड़ा बहुत ये पता है सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड है, सेंट्रल सेक्टर है. कुछ एक आधा स्कीम है जैसे नेशनल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पाइपलाइन है, तो अब उसको थोड़ा आपको उसका आउटले भी पता हो.
True, true.
Right? For your GS3 answers, it can help. So very specific. Not everything about every scheme is important. Few schemes from each topics are important, and out of them also very few schemes के details are important. ठीक है, जो आप हर जगह सुनते हो, जो आपको लगता है बहुत सारे आंसर्स में यूज हो सकती है ऑन मल्टी डायमेंशनल बेसिस. सो दैट इज इनफ ऑन दैट फ्रंट.
And let's come to a very again important component of this mains. It is essay paper. So as we have observed from the last 5-6 years, the pattern of the essay is also changing. And how do you prepare for it? And in exam, were you having the framework already prepared? And it was a random, you took an essay and start writing about it?
So again, I did not have a lot of time during my mains preparation. Let me reiterate that I would only have about 5 to
अब तो
6.
लगता नहीं वो बहुत अच्छा था आपके लिए. अब that's why you aced it in the first attempt.
Yes, I mean, I'm sure something worked right. Because जब आपके पास बहुत time होता है, then you have too much to think about कि मैं ये भी कर लूँ, वो भी कर लूँ. तो I didn't have that luxury. I had to be very specific with the things that I studied, and those had to be the right things, right? So ऐसे के लिए अगेन मेरे पास प्रैक्टिस करने का कोई टाइम था नहीं as such. I was very busy just covering GS 1 to 4 and optional कि ऐसे as such मैंने लिखा नहीं. I think I wrote 1 or 2 essays in my entire preparation, right? That too was somewhere early on.
So what was your strategy when you were there
Yeah.
in exam? और आपने क्या प्लान किया था यार, ऐसे का पेपर तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अब
Yeah.
मैंने कभी लिखा नहीं, एक आधा बहुत पहले लिखा था. अब मैं एग्जाम सेंटर में जा रही हूँ और ऐसे मेरे सामने आ रहा है. Let's say the moment you got the paper in your hand and you saw the essays, like, and you start going through the different essays there. So what makes you to think at that time?
So basically, I did not write a lot of essays, but I did some groundwork.
Okay.
मैंने एक वो I would give some credit to my friends also.
Okay.
They had helped me. They had already prepared these sort of cheat sheets जहाँ पे anecdotes लिखे हैं, कुछ quotes
all
लिखे हैं,
those,
कुछ
all those friends are preparing for UPSC also?
Yeah. So they were kind enough to share their resources with me, because again I was short on time, and everyone tried to help in their own ways.
And you're fortunate enough you got a good company.
I swear to God, I cannot underline its importance more.
तो अब तो ट्रीट दे दे के थक गई होंगी उनको आप.
अभी सब बिजी हैं थोड़ा बट या सो बेसिकली वो ऐसी चीट शीट थी कि उसमें कोटेशंस एनेक्डोट्स, उसमें कोई quotes from our esteemed personalities, honorable prime minister, honorable foreign minister, and then there would be some excerpts from the books that could be used in conclusion or in introduction, some quotes by Buddha, from Mahatma Gandhi. So I had all of this at one place, and I would just read that. मैंने उसको इतनी 4-5 बार अच्छे से पढ़ लिया था, मुझे याद हो गई थी वो चीजें, and all I would do is brainstorm. I would just think कि ऐसा टॉपिक आ गया. आई डिड ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग. आई डिडंट राइट एंटायर एसेज, बट आई वुड ब्रेनस्टॉर्म कि ये टॉपिक है तो इसमें मैं क्या क्या आउट ऑफ दोज मेनी थिंग्स दैट आई हैड ऑलरेडी रिटन, वो 3-4 पेज की चीजें, उनको मैं कैसे इस ऐसे में यूज कर सकती हूँ घुमा घुमा के.
तो क्या ऐसा कि कोई ऐसे सिखा नहीं सकता, जो मुझे लगता है ऐसे समथिंग व्हाट यू हैव स्टडीड फॉर द होल जनरल स्टडीज पेपर,
Yeah.
more or less direct indirect application is there.
राइट, एग्जैक्टली, एब्सोल्युटली. एंड दिस इज व्हाट नीड्स टू बी अंडरस्टूड कि ऐसे पे आपको कुछ इतना अलग नहीं लिखना है. यू डोंट हैव टू राइट अ यूनिक ऐसे.
अभी भी लोग उसी में स्कूल में लिखते थे
हाँ.
essays which are very direct.
राइट,
So now if you talk about these essays, they can be having some social aspect,
राइट,
economic aspect, or especially if you talk about from paper 4, there can be a lot of things which can be asked in that essay or you can edit there.
या.
So like when we talk about this essay again, जैसे आपने quotes की बात की, और what is the strategy to start the essay with?
अगेन इट्स वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम. कोई ऐसे आप जैसे 2 ऐसे लिखने हैं तो कोई आपने एनेक्डोट से शुरू कर दिया, तो कोई आपने किसी कोटेशन से शुरू कर दिया, और जस्ट सम stories that you make up, right? Or any event that has happened in the current which relates to this particular topic, and you can give some context. You can start on definition basis. तो मतलब there are n number of ways in which you can
So there
start.
is no particular
There is no
fixed way कि
particular
यही करना
नहीं,
है.
नहीं. In fact, it is encouraged that you try unique ways. कुछ अलग अलग चीजें ट्राई करो. दोनों ऐसे इसको सेम तरह से ना स्टार्ट करो, ना उनका फ्लो सेम तरह का रखो, स्ट्रक्चर वगैरह. फ्यू स्ट्रक्चर्स आई हैड गॉन थ्रू कि ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, मतलब एक क्रोनोलॉजिकल अप्रोच हो सकती है, कोई पेस्टल अप्रोच हो सकती है, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. आई हैड सम ऑफ दैट गोइंग ऑन एट द बैक ऑफ माई माइंड कि दोनों ऐसे इसको सेम तरह से तो नहीं लिखना है. अगर इसका इंट्रोडक्शन मैंने किसी बुक या ऑथर के किसी एक्सर्प्ट से दिया है, तो दूसरे वाले का मैं कुछ कंपैरिजन कर दूंगी 2 वर्ड्स का, या कुछ हिस्टोरिकल पर्सपेक्टिव दे दूंगी. सो देयर वाज दिस ऐसे,
I was coming to that. आपने कौन सा ऐसे चूज किया था?
there was this one essay, the empires of tomorrow will be the empires of mind,
Okay.
right? And one was that almost all men survive adversity.
True.
जब power आती है, then how you deal with it,
True. True.
that is the true test of some character, right? I think something like that. So these were the 2 essays I did. In one I used some something an author had said in a book, to do the comparison between empires of yesterday and empires of tomorrow,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And then I did a whole analysis. I don't know how I wrote it, but second was this power and adversity. In that, I think I gave an example of Hitler,
Oh,
right? So that okay, maybe I can use it on those lines, right?
and then it went through a flow.
Then the flow starts, and I try to keep the flow like different for
Basically
both.
problem start करने में ही है.
Start
Once you
करने में.
start,
उसके
then the
बाद
flow continuously goes.
starts working, like that is for a
Just
fact.
thought process then start developing.
Yeah.
And tell us something about your interview experience. DAP से कुछ interesting या unexpected questions याद है आपको?
As such, मेरे DAP से ज़्यादा कुछ पूछा नहीं गया.
अरे?
I mean, the first question was it threw me off. It was some question on caste,
Okay.
right? And I had no sociology background or a degree in that. So, I mean, I was thrown off a little because I was expecting something like light and something based on economics maybe. But that was a very throwing off question. But I think that's what's needed in an interview, right?
True,
They
true.
throw curveballs at you, and if you still persevere, that's the true test that you've got. You can ace this interview, right? So that happened, and then after that, a lot of questions were on my economics optional things going on with RBI, with inflation, with the economy, or MSMEs. So a lot of questions on that front. Few questions on corruption, because I am already a working professional. Like I work in the Haryana Civil Services.
Oh,
I'm an
great.
officer there. So because of that, they asked a lot on that. And yeah, I think nothing curveball, nothing per se related to DAF, hobby se related कुछ नहीं, region से related कुछ नहीं. So
Okay. अच्छा कुछ इंटरव्यू के लिए आपने मॉक्स अटेंड किए थे कुछ?
yes, definitely.
Did they help?
They help in getting more structured. They help in getting more precise, because I think the only zor in most mock interviews is that you have to think a little bit before speaking, take a 5-second pause, and then structure your answer and think of few points and be concise. Don't keep going on. So मेरे को सारी ये problems थी. Like I would go on for very long answers, and I would be very like verbose in my speech. So all of that I improved over time with mocks for sure, and it also gives you a perspective कि क्या-क्या तरह के questions आपके DAF से पूछे जा सकते हैं. हर mock में they'll find something new. Like at least you'll have this question bank before going into the interview कि unpredictability जितनी हो सके थोड़ी कम हो जाए. Even though I'll be very honest, interview is going to be unpredictable. The interview experience is only very different. Their attitudes are different than the ones that you see in mocks. Like you don't know with what mindset they're sitting there, what they want exactly, right? So it will not be exactly the same as what you experience in mock interview. But mock interviews help you develop confidence, prepare you as much as you can for something as uncertain as an interview. So yeah.
So as you said कि आपने ज़्यादा self study की, coaching आपने नहीं की. None of your phase, neither for the prelims, neither for the mains. You have prepared yourself. Did you ever felt कि यार मुझे
So general studies के लिए part के लिए I didn't take a coaching. I would confess I took a few crash courses near the prelims and everything like that. No foundation batches. For my optional I did take coaching because I knew that I needed.
Okay.
तो ये मैंने एनालिसिस पहले कर लिया था कि किस चीज के लिए मुझे जरूरत है हेल्प की और किस चीज के लिए नहीं, राइट? सो फॉर जीएस आई नेवर रियली थॉट कि मुझे कोचिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी, और आगे भी चल के मुझे ऐसा लगा नहीं, क्योंकि देयर इज अ प्लेथोरा ऑफ फ्री नॉलेज अवेलेबल ऑनलाइन इज व्हाट आई थिंक. व्हाट यू नीड इज गाइडेंस एंड आई थिंक मेंटोरशिप, राइट? ये चीज होती है प्राइमरी इशू आज के टाइम पे कि पीपल डोंट नो व्हाट टू स्टडी, where to study from, कितना पढ़ना है, right? So in that sense, a coaching institute, it gives you help. It gives you a proper discipline में आपको लाने में help करता है, एक structure देता है आपकी preparation को, right? So I had those things with myself. मुझे थोड़ा self discipline और self motivation था.
और अपने आपके फ्रेंड्स भी थे, उनमें से कोई
Exactly.
पहले कोचिंग कर ही रहे होंगे, तो मटेरियल आपको मिल रहा होगा.
I mean, फ्री मटेरियल आई यूज्ड अ लॉट, एंड हाँ, कहीं ना कहीं जब हेल्प पड़ती थी तो माय एस्पिरेंट फ्रेंड्स दे हेल्प मी अ लिटिल बिट, राइट? और वो गाइडेंस सीनियर्स का थोड़ा बहुत रहता था, और खुद से भी मैंने वही, लाइक आई सेड, आई स्पेंड टाइम स्ट्रेटेजाइजिंग. तो आई वुड स्पेंड द टाइम इट रिक्वायर्स. ऐसे नहीं कि बस जंप कर गए कि बस पॉलिटी करना, तो बस पहले दिन ही पॉलिटी बस पढ़ने बैठ गए. आई वुड सी लेंथ एंड ब्रेथ, देखूंगी कि कितना है, कहाँ से पढ़ सकती हूँ, क्या क्या है मेरे पास,
हाँ, randomly नहीं जाना है.
रैंडमली नहीं जाना. तो वो चीज में जब मैं खुद से कर पा रही थी, then I thought that I don't need a coaching.
Like if you talk about a particular book,
Yeah,
some students just go with the first chapter.
yeah,
Maybe that first chapter is very complicated.
right.
So, but maybe आप अगर कोई ऐसा टॉपिक उसमें उठाओ जो आपको बहुत इजी लगे, तो एक कॉन्फिडेंस सा बिल्डअप होता है कि नहीं मुझे अब आ रहा है ये. तो एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम दैट टॉपिक विच यू फील डिफिकल्ट वो भी आपको इजी लगने लग जाता है.
Actually,
Okay, so can you just tell us something about your daily schedule? What was your routine of study? And ये कैसे इवॉल्व हुआ? बिकॉज जैसे आपने कहा कि जर्नी बहुत छोटी थी आपकी प्रिपरेशन की. Just after the college you start preparing for your own. And were you following any strict plan? Though you have already talked about in between, yes, you are juggling somewhere between social media and you are giving yourself time also to take breaks. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
so my daily schedule evolved, like you said, it did evolve. So initial phase में mostly मेरा emphasis होता था अपने optional पे, right? So I think the first 3 to 4 months of my preparation went wholeheartedly to optional. I would do one GS subject at a time, side by side. मतलब मैं 3 घंटे पढ़ लेती थी दिन में. बाकी इसे अगर मैं 10 घंटे पढ़ रही हूँ दिन में, तो उसमें से 6 से 7 घंटे जाते थे ऑप्शनल को. The rest would go to this. So उस टाइम पे मेरा ऐसा था शेड्यूल. I was earlier when I was in college, I used to be a night owl. Then I transitioned myself to an early riser because I thought health को भी थोड़ा देखना
Obviously.
पड़ेगा, right? It's not sustainable to wake up at
True.
unoddly hours and then study till late. तो मुझे लगा कि
Because sleep cycle get disturbed.
एग्जैक्टली और फिर एग्जाम के हिसाब से भी अपने आप को अलाइन करना जरूरी है स्लीप
True.
साइकिल को. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई यूज्ड टू वेक अप at about 7, 8. I would get to study by 8:39 and then I would study for a few hours. lunch किया, फिर उसके बाद थोड़े ये नेटफ्लिक्स ब्रेक ले लिया, थोड़ी सी नैप ले ली, फिर पढ़े, फिर अगेन रात को डिनर तक पढ़ रहे हैं, have dinner, again watch some Netflix and then study till wherever I can, 12,
So
1.
active learning and passive learning.
Hmm.
Generally what students do, they go with the passive learning. ठीक है, आता है.
Yeah.
So active learning, how much role it played? And this active learning, did you adopt? And how it has helped you?
So active learning was necessary for me because most of the subjects that are in this syllabus were new to me.
True.
I had never even put that much thought and I was frankly not interested in these subjects back in my school days, right? मतलब मुझे burden लगता था, history, polity, geography. So for me, it was very important that I put extra effort into these subjects. तो जैसे geography मैंने खुद से पढ़ना शुरू किया and it was very difficult, but that meant I had to put more effort. तो actively मुझे और उसके लिए effort करने पड़े. So because all of this was new to me, most of the part was played by active learning. Obviously subjects like economy, GS related and stuff, that was easier for me because मैं optional पढ़ लिया मैंने, तो then I could be like हाँ ठीक है, this I know, I don't need to think about it much. So yeah, active learning for the most part was necessary, and that's the only kind of knowledge that stays with you. Otherwise if you just like fleetingly look या आपने बस एक कोई lecture सुन लिया, तो वो आपके साथ थोड़े टाइम के लिए स्टे करेगा, but because you have not put that much effort into it, you will forget.
I was coming to that revision. Let's say you finish a particular topic. Sorry, you complete a particular topic. फिर आपको लगता है मुझे आ गया.
Yeah.
हमने PYQs भी कर लिए.
Right.
आपको लगता है अब इसको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Yeah.
Do you think revision plays an important role? और एक सब्जेक्ट को कंप्लीट करने के बाद आपने कितने टाइम रिवाइज किया उसको? And what was your way of revising that particular topic?
So revision is non-negotiable. मतलब there is no way that you read 8 to 10 subjects over a period of a year or a year and a half and you will remember it after studying for one, right? So it's not possible. So revision तो करना ही है. What I used to do is मैंने एक subject किया, then I would move on to the next subject. वो subject करने के बाद उसके PYQs करे, solve किया, and then you move on to the next one. But when I was revising for prelims, so I started my preparation for prelims in January of 2024. Up until June, it was just prelims, right? So I did, I think, 3 to 4 revisions of the entire matter. Again, progressively, it will take lesser time to revise that subject. पहले revision में ज़्यादा time लगेगा, second में थोड़ा कम, third में उससे भी कम, fourth maybe you can revise in one day, right? So I did 3 to 4 revisions for each subject. स्ट्रैटेजी एज सच कुछ नहीं थी, जब पहली रीडिंग कर रहे थे तो बस रीड कर लिया, अच्छे से पढ़ लिया, ट्राई टू मेक नोट्स फॉर फ्यू सब्जेक्ट्स, नॉट फॉर एवरी सब्जेक्ट। जैसे पॉलिटी के लिए नोट्स बनाने की कोई जरूरत थी नहीं मेरे हिसाब से, कवर टू कवर पढ़नी है लक्ष्मीकांत, राइट? तो
True.
नोट्स बना के आप क्या करेंगे? सो फर्स्ट रीडिंग इज लाइक दैट, एंड व्हेन रिविजन कम्स, first revision has to be very in depth. Second में it can be like you said, passively going over stuff because you know it, you just revised it a few days back. तो हाँ, ये
बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं, like we don't want to talk about it for long, but we have some time boundations also. कुछ क्वेश्चन थे जो मैंने आपसे पहले पूछे लिए, दो आपने खुद ही बता दिया. Distractions, especially phone and social media. Is it very important to control it, or completely switch off from it, or in between you need to juggle some time regarding this?
So distraction अगर आपके लिए social media है, then तो don't use it, I would say. But for some people it can be enabling in the sense कि, like I said, I was
a refresher.
Yeah, I was not in Delhi. I did not have people around me. All my friends live in Delhi or in other corners of the world, right? For me, I was just alone at home, barring my family, right? So, मुझे चाहिए था. I'm a very social person, very bubbly person. I like talking to people. I thrive in public environments. तो इसलिए मुझे चाहिए था कि I be connected to the world,
True,
right? And that connect was only possible through social media.
That is how you balance.
Yeah. Definitely, but I was always mindful कि at one point if this starts becoming a distraction for me कि मैं पढ़ ही नहीं पा रही हूँ उसके बाद, then I need to stop at that point. But that did not happen.
True.
I was able to maintain a balance, and frankly it did not distract me that much. तो मैंने तो कर लिया उस हिसाब से अपने आप को balance. But again, like it is subjective on you, right? अगर आपको ज़्यादा distracting लगता है तो you say bye bye to it. If you feel like you can balance, then go for it. Don't need to go by the crowd mentality कि बस बंद करके ही पूरी तपस्या sacrifice करके ही हो सकता है.
Obviously.
So just that.
ये आपको एक वो what do you call this discipline भी देता है, and how strong you are there कि यार मेरे सामने है, मुझे नहीं करना ये.
Exactly.
और करना है तो for a specific time period I have to watch this.
Right.
Second, already you have talked about there has been a lot of support from the family and the friends. Now my last question is, आपको ऐसा लगता है कि पर्सनैलिटी एंड माइंडसेट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है यूपीएससी जर्नी के लिए, स्पेशली इफ यू टॉक अबाउट कंसिस्टेंसी एंड पेशेंस?
I think it is the most important thing. Like your mindset is what defines you. आप अगर हार मान लोगे, which I think is at some point it's going to happen, you'll feel demotivated, you'll feel कि शायद नहीं हो पाएगा यार, ये नहीं हो पाएगा. But if you get up from it, if you get up from that rut, get out of it, and you put yourself right back in with
Can I
your
just put
effort.
it like discipline?
Definitely.
If you are disciplined, you will be motivated.
Even discipline तो is again very important, but I also feel like आपको अपना mental aptitude use करना है. You have to use your intelligence in this prep. You can't go by what others are saying.
True.
So a lot of time people would say कि यार नहीं होगा first attempt में, नहीं होता first attempt में. Especially the way my preparation went, especially for mains, I had very less time. मैं 5-7 घंटे पढ़ पाती थी. People would say कि यार अटक जाएगा. And these are people around me. I'm sure they care about me. But the thing is कि ये एक वो बना हुआ है हवा. There's a lot of hearsay, and because of which your mindset gets affected. And if you accept defeat because of that, then that day you will get defeated eventually, right?
One more thing, अगर आपको एक चीज दोबारा करनी पड़ी यूपीएससी जर्नी के लिए, है ना, तो क्या एक चीज करेंगे आप?
I think I would do differently.
Yeah.
Differently, I wouldn't do anything differently because I think I've got the best
The
outcome.
same thing what you will repeat again?
Same thing I would repeat is not sacrifice my personal life and myself, my personality, like you said, for this exam. I did not lose it throughout the cycle. I had fun times. I enjoyed with my family, with my friends. I attended weddings. I used social media. Obviously, I knew when to stop. That was always there. But the thing is, मैंने अपने आप को lose नहीं किया इस preparation में. And I think that's the biggest win.
So, अभी जो 2025 का UPSC prelims आने वाला है, can you just give 3 real practical tips to the aspirants which they should follow? Though you have already spoken about it.
Yeah.
Just tell us 3 practical tips.
One practical tip would be do not lose your consistency right now. डू नॉट लूज दिस स्ट्रीक, लगे रहें, 15 दिन ही बचे हैं. यू डोंट हैव टू स्टडी फॉर 12 आवर्स एवरी डे, बट डोंट स्टॉप स्टडिंग एंड फील लाइक कि बस अब मैं सब छोड़ के अभी बहुत बर्डन हो गया है. सो be consistent. Secondly, stay calm, stay cool, and do things you enjoy. Like I said, it's the most important thing to maintain your cool right now. And thirdly, just revise. Nothing else is needed at this moment. Revise, be calm, be happy, and stay consistent.
Thank you very much, Astha. You have
Thank you,
given
sir.
a good insight to all the aspirants. You have shared your story, the incredible journey, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Unacademy. Let's crack it.